Happy Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to the Edmonds Racing Review Show. We have Toby and Trent on hand to dissect their runners for the weekend. It was a little bit of a quiet weekend, a lot of scratchings due to the tracks, a lot of rain around, also barrier draws, and of course the Sunshine Coast meeting there washed out after race 3. It kicked off well though, Tobe, on Thursday at Casino, the Lucky Clover team. Applause broke his maiden for them, stepping up to 1,400 metres. I know Chris Casey at Lucky Clover was saying there's a lot of new owners in that horse, and they just be delighted. And I thought he did the job pretty well.
Yeah, this is actually their hat and their emblem that I'm wearing right now. So good luck to those guys, and it's good to get a winner from them. Good blokes, good bunch of blokes from up Mount Tambourine. They've been clients of ours for quite a long time. A few of these guys race Tootsum with us, so they've had a fair bit of success. So, and then they've just branched out with this little syndication company of their own. So it's great to finally get a win with Applause. He won very well down there at Casino. Obviously, we weren't able to go ourselves, but jumped to the front and controlled it for most of the journey, and won pretty easily, I think, in the end. So 1,400 might look is a nice distance for him, and he can win again pretty quickly if in the right grade, I feel.
So, yeah, what's the sort of story? Keep him to 1,400 metres, Tobe, and then sort of bring him to the Gold Coast probably next?
Yeah, he's Bob's horse, so, we haven't got long to go with for the rest of his 3-year-old year. So maybe we may even try another Bob's race down the line before that runs out, which is 1 August, I think. So, we might just try one at the Northern Rivers again and see if we can get a bit more Bob's money with him.
Yeah, good thinking. Very good thinking. Of course, I think he picked up 15 grand all up just for winning that maiden at Casino there on Thursday. So that's a nice little start to his little bank tally for the team. Well done. Well done to the Lucky Clover team. Great to see Applause win for you all. Trendy boy, Gold Coast Friday. Started in race 2 for us. We had the two mares running around. Decisive Heart ran enormous, ran second. Just got caught on the line. And your best bet of the week, of course she will. I was keeping a really close eye on her, and I tell you what, she really turned her form around. I mean, had she had a little bit more luck early, she would have been right in the finish too.
Yeah, she just got chopped out pretty quickly. Got a little bit messy. For a 900-metre race, I don't think they went overly fast either, to be fair. She was up and travelling on heels and wanting to get on with it, which is strange to see for a 900-metre race. Just found awful trouble. Back to the inside, stuck to the task pretty well. The other mare was great. Again, Decisive Heart without winning. I think she got beaten by a fairly smart horse. I know that they had good raps on that Tulio a long time ago before he got injured, and it's come back and won twice in a row now. She come again, Decisive Heart, when it got to her, and certainly didn't disgrace herself. Both those mares placed properly, and things fall into place. They can win again pretty quickly. And as you said, of course, she will race really well. Just got into a bit of a scrimmage early, and that was it. Can't make a mistake over 900. You can't afford anything to go wrong, and unfortunately it did. Yeah,
and it's very tough to make up ground there on the inside at the Gold Coast on Friday, and she did. So I thought she was terrific. Both those mares, mate, will they stick around that same sort of distance, 900 metres, 1,000, and look for another run for them?
Maybe, of course, she will a little bit further, but for now, Decisive Heart, the reason we keep bringing her back in journey is she won first up over 1,200 for us, and ever since then, she's just wanted to jump up into the bridle and race a bit free. So just trying to trick her a bit into getting it back underneath us and settling and bring her back into form. Obviously, she hasn't won since her first up run, but it's not a re-education as such. It's just wanting to see her do things right so she's able to finish off better rather than going quick early and not finishing her races off, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Okay. I think both those mares there are knocking on the door, so we'll be looking forward to their next starts with their owners. Race 4, Class 1, 1,800 metre race, Tobe. This was the monster run of the weekend, I thought. Fast Dealer, carrying 60 kilos, second up over 1,800 metres, rain-affected track. He must have sat 3 deep the entire, and he stuck on gamely, ran 5th, but wasn't beaten far.
Yeah, just condition and the weight give got in with about 100 to go, because he did actually charge at the front, I thought, and
yeah.
And so his run was great. Covered a lot of ground. We always thought he'd improve with that run on Friday. So he's fit enough. He could even get 2,000, 2.2 pretty quickly. That horse and be competitive. Looks to have a little bit of a future as a stayer. So hopefully we can get him out without any more issues.
Yeah, perfect.
He's starting to come around attitude-wise too. It was a real pig last prep. His last 2 runs, he's been a lot calmer and not produced any carry on, because he was. I remember I saddled him up last prep at the Sunshine Coast one day, and he nearly killed me. He was so naughty. Had me up in the rose bushes and everything. I was, oh, geez, here we go. But just watching him in the mounting yard the other day, he was nice and relaxed, not a bead of sweat on him, so that was good. And he's obviously starting to turn the corner.
Yeah, very interesting horse. By done deal too. Can get a handy stayer and
I actually saddled him up on Friday. He tried to kill me then, but
probably improved.
Settling up hasn't improved his mannerism before the race has.
Okay, very good. Third up, he won last prep, third up. So Mr. Butts, look out next time out, third up. He'll be very, very hard to beat, placed in the same grade, I'm sure. All right, we rolled out then to race 5. Trent was a class 4 over 1,300 metres. Say I See You. Got way back, drew 7, but sort of got out behind midfield and running and ran home okay for 6th.
Yeah, he was fair, to be honest. Probably needs to lift. He's a horse that is mixing his form currently. I think the tempo of the race was against him as well. Got a bit of a squeeze out of the barriers and ended up probably a couple of lengths inferior to where we ideally wanted to be. We wanted to ride him steady, but maybe not that steady. Bit of a jog trot early and cut the corner to try and make ground. Inside was inferior part of the track, in my opinion, on Friday, and was just even to the line. So, being honest, he needs to lift. Difficult to place that horse, because can he win on a Saturday? Probably not at this stage. Yet when we run him at meetings like that, he's generally carrying sort of a little bit of weight and the like. So needs to show some improvement in the next couple of starts.
Alrighty. Let's Say I See You for the Archer Park team. Race 9. Not the way we wanted to end the day, Toad, but great affair, mate. He wasn't so great, unfortunately. He sort of raced prominently and dropped out of the race sort of in the straight.
Yeah, just unfortunately he had some ability. He's obviously dusted now and he'll go online. There's not much point in talking too much about him. We're going to move him straight on. So hopefully we can get another one for the owners and make amends or turn it around somehow. But he was awful, and he'll go online straight away.
Yeah, perfect. A horse that was sent to you guys, obviously, with the hope that you might recapture some form with them. A lot of the time, you guys have done a big job with those sort of horses. Unfortunately, he's just, not one of those. So we'll head to a sort of country trainer or something or the like and change ownership. Alrighty, Doomben Saturday. We had the 3 acceptors. Scout on the morning of just knocked a joint. Nothing serious, so he will was saved for another day. And then so our first runner was then the Pines, Trent, and she travelled really well. It was a strong sort of field against the males as well. She travels very well, and then just when you thought she'd let rip, she didn't sort of let rip in a sort of customary fashion. Yeah,
that's right. So she's going to go up to Gatton. We'll put her on the treadmill up there and get a dynamic scope, and they hook her up to the scope, obviously, and they've got a big computer screen there that'll show them in real time how she is in the wind and if she's structurally sound in the wind. So that'll be interesting to see. I might even just get another couple of tests done on her. One thing I will say about a horse like her is that she was placed pretty well for the first part of her career and never sort of took on any sort of Saturday grade or anything, and she rose through the grades pretty quick, winning her first 5 out of her first 7 starts or something. and that was all provincials kind of thing. Or it might have been one midweeker, but majority of it was Friday Ipswich, Sunday Sunshine Coast, and that kind of thing. And now she's sort of paying for that consistency. She's up where it hurts. She hasn't won a Saturday race yet, and she's got to take on those type of horses. Track work at home suggests that she's up to them, and I've got no doubt she's up to them. But you know, she's won a stack of races. Whether or not she's reached a mark, I'm not too sure. I'm hopeful if we send her to Gatton and there is a little bit of an issue with her throat, we can get that tidied up and she can get back to winning form next preparation. But things just haven't gone to plan. I thought she'd end the prep with some black type, and she's sort of ended the prep without winning a race. So it's been a little bit of a letdown, but hopefully after we send her to the vets, she can come back and be improved.
Yeah, 100%. I think
in fairness to her, she is a course record holder at the Sunny Coast as well. So while she's been placed well, we never targeted many town races with her either. I'm pretty confident she would have got through her grades there as well. So hopefully this win, if we can find, if she has got to have a tidy up, which I'm hoping that's the case, and it sounds like it is. She sounds like a steam train at the moment. She pulled up really big and blowing really hard. So hopefully we can just tidy her up and get on with it. It's fairly easy procedure now, and not out of work for long, and go again. We don't want to lose too much fitness with her. She's quite a gross filly. Took 2 or 3 runs to come to hand this time before we got away from the Gold Coast, and when she ran second at the Sunny Coast, that's a real form. Ordinary time she would have beat that winner that day, but I think this is just restricting her a bit. So hopefully we can find something and tidy it up pretty quick.
Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense when they travel like that, and they normally would let rip. There's generally something underlying. So what, for the new owners at home, what Toby and Trent are just talking about is the horse obviously has 100% oxygen intake, 100% abduction. Will get 100 full oxygen inflow in, and sometimes as horses get older or things happen, they can sort of start to relax a bit, and they can start sort of diminishing their oxygen intake to down to sort of 80%, 50%, 40%, whatever it might be. So what the guys will do is she'll exercise on a treadmill. They'll throw a scope down her throat to see what an abduction is, and if it's anything less than 100%, they can do little procedures, just little tie-back procedures to help with that, and that should get her back to her top form. So we'll see how that plays out for the Pines owners. Race 9, the benchmark 75 over 1,200 metres. We saw the 2K colours on unconditional with the Faz aboard. Nathan Vizakli took the ride. He ran enormous, guys. I thought we'll go to you, Tobe. He sort of half missed the kick, got back on the fence. He was drawn 1. Nathan said after race that he just sort of wasn't comfortable inside horses. And then when he did get sort of clear running late, he really attacked the line.
Yeah, there was a horse to the outside of him that actually nearly lost the rider. Dan Griffin was on one of Gary Kelly time to, I think it was time to something, and a grey horse.
Play.
Yeah, time to play, and it he nearly come off it, and our horse was right beside it, I think, and sort of, I think with that bit of interference, or the horse actually looking at him, he didn't begin as well as he should have, and was always on the back foot. He actually looked in awful trouble coming to the corner because he was under pressure.
Mm.
To be fair, and even with 300 to go, he sort of hadn't picked up much, but he's been beaten two and a bit lengths or something. I think it was the margin, suggesting 1350 or 1400 is going to suit him. He's done a good job this prep, though, that horse as well. Coming back from a long injury, I think he had pelvis, nearly a career-ending injury, and he's won 2 in a row and on different types of tracks too. So. One more run for him up to 1350, then we might give him a little break just to go out and freshen up and come back in. But I seen him this morning. He looked great, actually. He come through the run nicely. So been out for a swim this morning, come back playing and kicking. So he's come through the run good. He'll win again. Yeah. He'll win pretty quickly once he's at his right distance.
Yeah, and certainly looks like he's going to measure up to metro grade. That's for sure, unconditional for the 2K team, which is great. I thought he was terrific. All right, lucky last in the end was at Gatton on Saturday. Cuban Mint Trent went to Gatton, and she ran a good second.
Yeah, look, I suppose no sugarcoating it really. She had every chance, got a good ride, was in the 1-1. Just got bloused. I don't think there's a great deal more to add to it. You've got to take that on face value. We sent her out to Gatton to try and get a win, and she didn't get the job done. She ran second. So, look, I'm sure she can win one somewhere, but she's got to try and place her to advantage. She's been frustrating as all hell because she can actually really work. She's a very, really strong track worker, and you wouldn't expect her to be going to Gatton to get beaten. And just the run she had, I thought she was going to win from a long way out, and she didn't. So that is what it is. Can't help that. And she's home now, pulled up well. Just look to find a race for her, maybe even a benchmark race over the border or something. Just try to get another win for the Archer Park guys.
Yeah, for sure. And I thought on that run, she got beaten by just a better horse on the day, I suppose. But another one of those races where that horse is not there and she wins.
No excuse.
Running right up to her best, isn't she?
She
Very
ran
good,
well.
guys. Oh well, that's a week wrap. We will join you again there on Thursday ahead of the weekend's racing. Thanks so much for your time.
Cheers, Percy.
Thanks. Bye-bye.